healthcare, higher education, and housing to everyone who is unwilling to work or unwilling to do anything. But that's an investment in our economy and society. It is not an expenditure. Now, here's why she may be failing economics. When you invest in things, there's usually a return on the investment. When you expend on things, you are just trading your money for the thing. Now, what she is doing is trading the money for the thing. There is no return on this investment because it's not an investment. It's a political expenditure of money that is not hers. But that's okay. That's okay. She says, we invested 40 to 50% of GDP into our economy during World War II and created the greatest middle class the U.S. has ever seen. No. Okay, we invested. So she is now citing wartime economic spending as a rationale for economic growth. That is asinine. You know what we did during World War II? We took every male in the United States between the ages of 18 and 45, and we put them in barracks, and we had them live off rations because we were in the middle of a war. The economic growth that occurred in the aftermath of World War II was not caused by government expenditures. Government expenditures decreased after World War II. She says the interstate highway system has returned more than $6 in economic productivity for every $1 it cost. You know what happened, by the way? Everybody always wants to talk about the interstate highway system. You know what happened if there was no interstate highway system? Nothing. Really nothing. What I mean by that is that Route 66 already existed. All that would have happened is that states would have connected their highways. What do these people think, that the highways just would have ended at the state line, that there just would have been like a bridge and then nothing? They just would have said dead end at the end of the street? So this is massively expanding existing and building new industries at a rapid pace, growing our economy. And then she says the Green New Deal has momentum. 92% of Democrats and 64% of Republicans support the Green New Deal, right? Because it doesn't mean anything until you said all this garbage. Now that support level is going to go down to zero. It gets better. There's a bunch of frequently asked questions here. And she says, why 100% clean and renewable and not just 100% renewable? Are you saying we won't transition off fossil fuels? Yes, we are calling for a full transition off fossil fuels and zero greenhouse gases. Anyone who has read the resolution sees that we spell this out through a plan that calls for eliminating greenhouse gas emissions from every sector of the economy. Simply banning fossil fuels immediately won't build the new economy to replace it. This is the plan to build that new economy and spells out how to do it technically. She says we set a goal to get to net zero rather than zero emissions in 10 years because we aren't sure that we'll be able to fully get rid of farting cows and airplanes that fast. Is she going to kill all the cows? Because that's sad. And she said she wants to get rid of airplanes and also farting cows. Is she going to give them all X-lax? How's this going to work? She says, is nuclear a part of this? She says, no. There will be no nuclear energy. So, only the most efficient source of energy known to man, nuclear power. No, we're not going to, and clean, by the way. We're not going to do any of that. So we're going to transition all of the energy away from fossil fuels, but there will be no use of nuclear energy, which means that we will all flow into pinwheels, apparently, to produce all of our energies. We will just train hamsters, and they will run around on wheels. And those wheels will power our new green economy. Does this include a carbon tax? The Green New Deal is a massive investment in the production of renewable energy industries and infrastructure. We cannot simply tax gas and expect workers to figure out another way to get to work. So we're not ruling a giant carbon tax out, but a carbon tax would be a tiny part of a Green New Deal. While a carbon tax may have part, it misses the point. It would be off the table unless we create clean, affordable options first. How about cap and trade? Well, she says that there won't be cap and trade because that assumes that there's such a thing as a market, and we don't like markets, so no.
Hey.
So how is she going to do any of this stuff? Wow. This is where things get awesome. So wait a second. Wait until she gets to...
Yeah.
I love it so much. She's just like, you know what we're going to do? We're going to fix everything. How are you going to do it? We just are.
6 months.
Great plan. Okay.
Keeping track of these things.
Don't, guys, stop asking questions.
Yes?
She's a fresh face. Very fresh and very face.
Even though I already know we're going to be together forever.
All right, this is the best. They're not sending their best.
No, I might die today.
We have to shut the Democratic Party down until we can figure out what the hell is going on.
Bye.
You're gonna hit up this one for me?
At 21, Steve Jobs.
The one you brought last night?
Huh?
The one you brought last night?
Yeah.
J.K. Rowling publishes the first Harry Potter book.
You take it off.
31.
Oh, yeah.
At age 50, Julia Child's first TV show,
Yes.
French Chef, airs. Colonel Sanders is 62 when
Let
the
me just
first
turn on the heat
KFC
for an hour.
Turn it on?
Yeah, because the living room's
Oh,
cold.
no.
What?
Oh, no, I died.
I'm gonna just turn on the heater for an hour.
An hour?
Yeah.
Okay. 30 minutes would do as well. This guy took my life. No, revenge is required.
This one. one, right?
Huh?
The
Yes, that
rice
one.
and the whatever kind of meat that is.
What's doing that? You dead? Okay.
Tipo, cara, se uma margem não chove, que por isso vocês vão chover. Mas eles não se da ladora, se não chove, nem vou botar. Acho que vai passar no ar aqui. Acho que vai passar no ar aqui. De uma lação. E allora, a te non ce l'ho fatto, sai perché il bacio oggi? Perché lui si sente l'odore, si sente male.
Let's do that. Oh. Trying to look me for my blood. Right, I'm on it. So the beef is going on now. These. What does this do? That's my sniper.
One.
Yep. Thank you.
And the other one's.
Cortez.
Out of the ocean, I get all kinds of offerings, but nothing so treasured as new fish sticks from Gordon's. Wild caught in Alaska and frozen right after catch for unbeatable fresh taste. More Gordon. Trust the Gordons, fishermen.
If you still question how far left Democrats are going, listen to this. The
Whoa.
Green New Deal is filled with unrealistic proposals that include 100% clean and renewable energy, eliminating gas-powered engines like cars, making air travel obsolete, retrofitting all existing buildings, and economic security for all,
This one's
even
good.
those
I
who are
tried a little
unwilling
bit
to
of it.
work.
Yeah.
So 4% renewable energy and charting that path. This is such
What is
a
this?
major watershed moment, and I am so incredibly excited that we are going to transition
Bebe.
this country.
What is this?
into
This
the
tastes
future,
good.
and we are not
Yeah.
going to drag
I don't know. They just got it from this.
So there's that. And check out how Democrats are hailing this Green Deal. Enjoy, courtesy of Cory Booker.
There's a lot of people now that
It's
are
like-
going back on the Green Deal. They're like, oh, it's impractical. Oh,
I know what that chicken is. It's pollo guisado.
If we
Nah,
used
like
to govern
from,
our dreams
Puerto
that
Rico
way, we would have
restaurant.
never gone to the moon. And when the planet has been in peril in the past,
The white thing
who
is
paid
good.
those to save Earth from the scourge of Nazis, totalitarian regimes? We paid for it.
All right, so Juan, I'm going to start with you. How does this, so we've had a handful of Democratic contenders for 2020 sign on to this and say that they endorse it. How does this help Democrats in any way in trying to reconnect with some of these Rust Belt states, particularly when you're talking about eliminating their major sources of electricity in these states?
I think that you had, I think
Oh,
this
that
is
was
why
a
you
name.
had
Mike.
9 of the candidates for president and 60 members of the House sign on, Lisa, is because they see that it's politically resonates with people who said, you know, we've been doing nothing. I think it was just
But in the
yesterday.
Rust Belt states or in the Midwest?
Yeah, hold on. I'll explain. I think yesterday there was a report that we just had the 5 hottest years in the history of recorded history of the planet. And so I think people are concerned. Remember, this is a resolution. This is not even a piece of legislation. It does matter because she is in bold strokes saying, and this is what Cory Booker was saying, here is ways we should be thinking in order to innovate, to deal with these issues going forward. And in fact, what we know about things like cap and trade and alternate energy sources is that it's economically feasible. It generates jobs.
But Dana, what do you make of this? Because there's reports that the Trump campaign is ecstatic over this, the fact that so many Democratic hopefuls have signed on to this. What do you make of what
Well, I think that their slogan could, instead of hope and change, it could be the triumph of hope over experience. Because they know that it's a pipe dream. But the thing is, if you don't sign on to the dream, then you're like an old establishment guy.
They're against pipes, too.
Yeah, and they, well, look, like, there's